Why is it so expensive to be alive? I'm not even having that much fun. Hi friend, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Joey. I am a full-time work-from-home stay-at-home mama, an author, and the person who's here to encourage you to become the main character in your own life. Let's talk about making money online as a stay-at-home mom. So if you don't know anything about what my situation is, I lost my job very unexpectedly last February, and I was a full-time employee, but also the breadwinner of my family. I have a toddler, and the circumstances that I was in, the job that I had at the time was super awesome, super flexible, and with that, I made the decision to pull my son from daycare and keep him home with me because I could and I wanted to. And while I might have had like part-time care here and there, I no longer had him enrolled in a full-time daycare. And if you are a parent, then you know that enrolling your child in full-time care, there's wait lists. I had my son on the wait list for the daycare that I had him in while I was pregnant. There are two people I notified right away when I peed on a stick: my husband and the daycare I wanted, if that gives you any kind of context. So when I very unexpectedly was laid off, while getting a new job was certainly a possibility with my resume, I was in a tricky situation because I didn't have full-time care for my son. So my prospects were super limited. And I was also very lucky at the time because I went viral online with a novel that I had published many years ago, and that kind of launched me into the entrepreneurial space, which I had been in prior to entering into the traditional workforce back in 2020. So that was my situation. I rode that wave pretty much as long as I could, while also trying to piece together a full-time salary. So I'm super grateful for that whole experience because it literally basically gave me like the severance package that I wasn't able to get from my current employer. So let's get into all of the different ways that I have sort of pieced together a full-time working salary while working from home, being my own boss for the most part, and also keeping my toddler home full-time. So I do not currently have him enrolled in any type of childcare. We do not have a babysitter that comes to the house. I don't have him in any type of preschool. He does not have any childcare. We do attend certain classes throughout the week, but I am with him during those times, which again means my schedule needs to be super duper flexible. So before I even get started, I will go ahead and mention that one chunk of my income does come from a remote part-time job. So that is a salaried position, and it makes up about 30% of my income. Everything else that I generate comes from self-employment type employment. So I work those hours. I give them 20 hours a week. I do a lot of that work while my son is asleep, usually in the mornings, sometimes in the evenings. So the very first thing that I do to make money online, and it's the first thing I ever did to make money online, is freelancing. So you hear that word and that can pretty much mean anything. In my case, freelancing is freelance writing. I stuck into like a very specific niche with this when I first dipped my toe into that world in 2016. So at that time, I had been a blogger for 7 years, and I had worked enough within the online space to identify kind of what does and does not perform well online. And I decided to offer that service to small business owners. And I mean small business owners. I'm talking people who are doing everything themselves, who don't have huge budgets, who know what they want to do, but don't know how to do all of the different things to make a business successful online. And so what I did was offer blogging services to those businesses. And so if you don't know anything about how a business website gains traction and traffic and engagement and all of those things, you need a website in order to be successful online as an online business owner, especially if you are only performing your business online. And so a lot of people look at that and think social media, which is key, yes, but your social media should be pointing to your website. So your website is the core and everything else is pointing inward towards your website, right? That's lead generation. So I decided to basically package up blogging for businesses, and that was how I was getting hired online. That is not what you need to do. You have a skill set, something you can do or something you can learn to freelance out. And I know what you're thinking. You're like, Joey, I'm not good enough for that, or I am not skilled enough for that, or I don't know what I'm doing. I will give you a piece of advice that I think will take you very, very far. There are a lot of crap freelancers out there. There are people who are being paid a lot of money to do something you could do better than them. And the two things are that you need to do to set yourself apart as a freelancer worth hiring: learn and continue to learn. Be committed to learning the skill that you're marketing and be committed to being up to date on that skill. You don't need to invest money in this, okay? The online world is such a resource for information. Everything and anything I know about online blogging and SEO and all of those things comes from real life experience doing it myself and just so much research. I've never paid for a class in SEO. I've never paid for a class for blogging online. I've never paid for any of the information that I currently have. I've just been really committed to learning the information. So don't let not knowing be the thing that stops you. You can learn anything you want to learn. And if your family's well-being depends on it, I promise that's the best motivation to keep learning what you need to learn. The other piece of advice that will set you apart as a marketable freelancer is be a good human. Be a good human. I promise you, not only are there crap freelancers out there are crappy human beings out there, and people lose business all the time because they just don't have customer service down pat. If you can commit to being a good person and provide really good customer service and treat your clients like they're human beings, they will treat you like you're a human being, and that alone, that like locks you in, right? If you can provide excellent customer service and a service that sets you apart from other freelancers, and a lot of that comes from just your interactions with them, but also your structure and your setup. So you want to look like you know what you're doing, and you want to have like a process and a structure that your customers can rely on, and it makes them trust what you're doing. But beyond any of that, just be kind and friendly and customer oriented, and I promise you will have so much success in that freelancing world. You might be wondering, how do you get clients as a freelancer? There are a million different ways that you can market yourself online, and there are services that will do that for you. I've never done any of those things. I've never been on Fiverr. I've never done any like freelance marketing. Like even with like babysitting, how you could be on like care.com and that kind of stuff. Those types of platforms exist for freelancers. I've never done those. The way that I've always gotten clients as a freelancer is I have made relationships with people, and it's just kind of gone word of mouth from there. So you might be wondering, how do you get your first client if you don't have any clients? I would recommend, and I know that a lot of people might have a different opinion about this, the way that I've had success with this is I have found different companies or individuals that I have admired, and I would reach out to them and offer them something for free in exchange for a recommendation, a review, anything. And this is not like a contractual thing. I mean, the service that I'm providing for them is always contractual because I want to make sure that they know that they're going to get what I'm offering them. But what I mean is, like, in my mind, I know if I do a really good job for them, they're going to tell people about it. But it's not like, hey, can I do this thing for you in exchange for a review, or in exchange for you to tell this particular person that I did a really good job? Just offer to do the service for them and do such a good job with it that they can't help but rave about you. I built my first business I went in the green almost immediately because of that. So there are different entrepreneurial groups that you can get into if you live in a small town. I currently live in a small town, so I go to the main town over and involve myself in those types of communities. When I started my business initially, I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina, and that is a hub for creative entrepreneurs. And so there are Facebook groups, there are all sorts of communities that you can get yourself involved in. And I actually initially was reaching out to people who served the same type of clients I wanted to serve, but offered a different service that I did not offer. And so I looked to offer an opportunity to partner up with them, connected with graphic designers, web developers, those types of people who had the clientele I needed but didn't offer my service. And so I offered a referral program to them that if they referred their clients to me, they would get a chunk of the contract. I will tell you, I got so much business from that, and not a one of those connections ever actually wanted to be involved in my referral program. What they ended up doing was white labeling me. So my my service basically bulked up the service that they could offer to their clients and make them look more appealing to their clients by adding me as a white label underneath them. And so their package now went from web development to full service SEO, right? So there are a number of ways that you can kind of connect with your community around you and get involved in that way. There was also something, I don't know if it still exists now, but there was something called Creative Mornings, which was like a monthly like hurrah for creative entrepreneurs in the community. And I know that they have meetings all over the US. And so if you could get involved in a Creative Morning, I got a $10,000 contract from being at a Creative Mornings event, just because the person next to me and I happened to start talking. So there are opportunities to make money everywhere. Connect, reach out, offer something for free. Use LinkedIn as your baseline as well. Create a website if you don't have one already. In fact, I accidentally stumbled into, when I ended up back in this world last year, I accidentally stumbled into providing websites to other authors, because when I was building my author website, I was looking to authors that I admired to see like what did their websites look like, so I could kind of like make mine look like it belonged in the same hemisphere. And an author I really admired had a website that needed a lot of help. And so I emailed her and I was like, hey, you don't know me, you don't owe me nothing, but I would love to build a website for you, mainly just because I admire you and I think your work deserves a better platform than what it currently has right now. I did not, there was no exchange. It wasn't like, I'm gonna build you a website if you'll like have a phone conversation with me and tell me how you became a successful author. I just wanted to build the website for her, and I provided her a service that I would provide to any one of my clients if they were paying me. And because of that, and this was not my intention at all, like this wasn't even in the realm of possibility when I offered this to her, but what do author friends have? Other author friends. And from there, I ended up accidentally building this like author website business where I now build websites for other authors because I reached out to that one person. So freelance a skill that you either already have or you can develop by learning online. That's avenue number one. That makes up a good chunk of my income. Okay, another way to make money online and another way that I make money online is that I have something to sell. So as my background would indicate, I am a writer. I went to school for writing, but that does not mean that you have to have like a degree in the thing that you're selling. I wrote books. Having something to sell is another great avenue to have some type of passive income coming in. And so you might not be a writer. You might be looking at me like, Joey, there's not a chance in hell I'm ever writing a book. And touche, I get it. But there are so many opportunities to create something to sell. Whether you are a crocheter or a knitter, maybe you have a Cricut and you like to make stickers, maybe you have an iPad and you have Procreate and you like to doodle, turn those doodles into stickers. You could doodle and create digital prints that people could download online for 99 cents and print them themselves and put them in frames. There are so many opportunities to create something to sell that it's almost a crime against stay-at-home moms that they're not utilizing some type of opportunity to sell something online. For crying out loud, you could essentially go on Canva and create a digital download and put it on your website for 30 cents, and you could make a ton of passive income that way. In fact, it would probably behoove me to sell things that I could create a little more quickly than writing books. Writing books just happen to be the thing that like sets my soul on fire. So that's the thing that I sell. But there are just so many opportunities to create something to sell online, and give yourself the opportunity to explore what that looks like for you. So if you want a little bit more information on that, I could write a blog post about it and I'll make sure to link it down below when I do. But there are so many opportunities for you to basically turn a creative hobby into something you could sell online. So don't limit yourself by thinking that you don't have anything worth selling. Okay, another way that I make money online is that I have a blog. My website is actually a stream of income for me. It didn't take me very long to build a readership. When I started my blog in 2009, things looked very different than they do now. And I blogged consistently up until 2016. And then I basically kind of like moved into paying attention to my business more than I did my blog. Even though that was a stream of income, I just sort of like let it die a little bit. And even letting it die, it was still a stream of income for me because I had posts within my website that continued to perform really, really well long long after I was promoting them. And so my advice to anyone who wants to create a blog that actually generates an income is to be very cognizant of SEO and what people are searching for online, because just the traffic alone to your website, if you're partnered with AdSense, will generate an income for you. And partnering with AdSense is free. Like, there's nothing that doesn't cost you anything to partner with AdSense. You can partner with AdSense also right away. Like, you don't have to have a certain readership in order to qualify, not like with YouTube where you have to have like 1,000 subscribers and a certain number of watch hours. Once you have a website, and I will say, like, you want to backlog just like a handful of articles just so it doesn't look like a brand new website, but you can partner with AdSense really early on, and you can generate a ton of traffic to your website very, very quickly with Pinterest, with guest blogging, with doing interviews to get other people's traffic to you, by participating in like forums like Reddit and other like online forums where there's a lot of eyes on the content. You could contribute to larger platforms and then link back. You can comment on larger blogs, and then people who are streaming through those comments click on your website and go from there. I know people will tell you like blogging is dead, and that is so beyond a myth. Blogging is not dead. Blogging is alive and well, and you can make a lot of money from blogging. So if you've ever had the inkling that you wanted to create some type of website, I don't care if you're looking to just showcase your outfits. Maybe you're a stay-at-home mom that has a commitment to like getting dressed every day. And I don't mean like getting dressed like you're going to work. I just mean like putting on an outfit that makes you feel like you're not just gonna sit on your couch all day long. People will look at that. People are searching for that online. Use that as an opportunity to make some money. You might be like, well, I put that on my Instagram, and so that's great. Put it on your website too, because Instagram is not SEO searchable. Your website is. So utilize the things that you're interested in, put them onto a website, and give yourself a platform to generate some income. Okay, and kind of along those same lines is the last way that I make money is through affiliate marketing and brand collaborations. And so because I have an online platform with my blog, which is my blog has a lot more eyes on it than any of my social media does. It allows me the opportunity to partner with brands and get a sponsored partnership that way. Or also you could become an affiliate through like Amazon, Target. There's also other affiliate programs that you can apply to and get approved for that allow you to insert links onto your webpage that generate an income if someone were to click on the link and purchase from in your like affiliate ad. And so that doesn't make up a ton of my income, but the more that platform grows, the more money that it will generate. So if that's something that you're interested in, that's definitely a way that you could add some extra passive income into your revenue stream. However, I will also say, and this is not something that I do, but I do know that a lot of people are very successful with it, is creating like UGC content. Like if you have no desire to build a online platform for yourself, you can partner with UGC where you basically create content for brands as if you were an influencer, but it goes on their platform, not yours. And people pay a lot of money for that. And there's not a lot of qualifications that you need in order to become a UGC creator. Along those same lines is you could essentially affiliate market on Amazon itself. So there's a program, I'll link it down below, where you can partner with Amazon and take videos of things around your house that's available on Amazon, even if you didn't purchase it from Amazon, doing like a 30-second review, and you don't even ever have to show your face if that's something that you're not interested in doing, and upload it into the Amazon review section, and those videos will make you money as well. So when people talk about like affiliate marketing, that's an umbrella that like covers a lot of different things. So those are the revenue streams that I have coming in, and that's kind of how I built and pieced together a full-time income from like different revenue streams kind of knitted together. I realized that it might seem like that's not something you can do because I had the existing platform with my blog, but you could literally start a blog today that's super successful by next week. I have years of blogging behind me, and that literally doesn't matter at all. So as long as you can find a marketable skill that you can freelance out, and you may not have to have it right now. You could just commit to learning it for the next 30 days and then start to hire yourself out for that skill within a month. If this is information that you guys are interested in, if you have an interest in learning like how to properly set yourself up, or how to establish like a structure for your business, or how to start a successful blog online, or any of those things, let me know in the comments below, and I will generate content to allow you you guys to like follow in my footsteps and piece together a full-time income from all of the different ways to make money online. I'm happy to share what I do because I think that it's super important that stay-at-home moms, especially right now, while the economy is just, it's insufferable. Why is it so expensive to be alive? I'm not even having that much fun. Not gonna lie, not gonna lie. But while everyone is struggling so much financially, if there's a way that I can help you generate some income online, I am happy to do that. So let me know in the comments below, connect with me, tell me specific things that you have questions about, and I'm happy to answer those things if I know the answer. If I don't know the answer, I'll find the answer, because that's something I'm really good at. So that's gonna be it for me today, guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos on Mondays and Thursdays, and I'll see you guys again very, very soon. Bye.